and president of GM Harrison Construction, and a proud former president of Black Contractors United. This evening is a great privilege to introduce a truly remarkable individual who has made an incredible mark in our industry and our community. My friend Larry Huggins. Larry is not only one of the visionary founders of Black Contractors United, known to many as the Magnificent Seven, but also a former board member, vice president, and chairman of governmental affairs. Larry is a political strategist genius, a skilled negotiator. His exceptional ability to navigate the political landscape led to a series of groundbreaking deals for BCU. He was the brainchild behind BCU's political division, which researched candidates, held votes, issued endorsements, and saw political candidates rush to the doors of BCU because of our 93% election victories. His unwavering dedication and leadership has paved the way for future generations, making him an inspiring figure in our industry. Rising from modest beginnings, he has triumphed over countless challenges. Today, Larry Huggins stands out as a devoted father, a loving grandfather, thriving entrepreneur, and passionate humanitarian, making a difference in the lives of many. And on a personal note, Larry is an unwavering friend who stood by me no matter what the circumstances. He's been my rock through life's ups and downs. There were during the heartbreaking times when my mother and brothers passed away, and celebrating joyfully with me at each of my children's wedding. His consistent support truly makes a difference. As the founder, president, and CEO of Larry Huggins Construction, Larry has led significant projects, including work at O'Hare International Airport, the construction of Cook County Hospital, and one of the contractors for the New Bally's Casino downtown Chicago. Larry is the founder of the Chicago Football Classic. This event empowers Black students by providing essential support for their educational journey through scholarships and life-changing programs. As Larry says, it's about the kids. It's about making sure these kids seek higher education. His dedication to giving back truly makes a difference, but don't stop there. Throughout his life, he's always gave back, evidenced by his Christmas toy giveaway that started in one Chicago ward and today has grown to cover all the wards in Chicago and beyond. It is now known as Christmas in the wards. It's a huge holiday giveaway for Chicago kids and their families, providing toys, laptops, and scholarships. And thanks to what Larry Huggins called Santa's secret sauce, it has grown to be the second largest toy giveaway in the United States of America. If you want anything done, get it to Larry and get out the way. He has been a confidant and advisor to Chicago mayors, as well as to city and state officials. Larry Huggins has built a solid reputation as a leading general contractor with an impressive client list, a strong record of repeat business, and landmark projects. Today, Larry is celebrated across the nation as a symbol of resilience, power, and success. His story is not just one of personal achievements. It's an inspiration to all of us to believe that with passion and determination, we can overcome any challenge and leave a lasting impact on our community and beyond. Please welcome to the stage with me my friend, my brother, Larry Huggins.
Well, thank you, Glenn. I think everything that I wanted to say, I think Glenn has already said it. About the only thing I can say, the only organization, Glenn, that you did not mention is the fact that this year I'm also part of another non-for-profit. We're going to do the first ever HBCU baseball classic at Wrigley Field May 2nd. And as Glenn stated, it really and truly is about what can we do as we go up the ladder of success in life in terms of giving back to the community. But today is not about Larry Huggins' legacy, today is about BCU's legacy. When the history books were written about African American contractors and the impact that they've had on the industry, the fact of the matter is that Black Contractors United is going to be at the top of that list. Now let me tell you why I say that. Is that prior to 1979, the only work that African American general contractors and subcontractors could do was only either on the south side of Chicago or the west side of Chicago. Before I go further, Omar, would you please come up? Is Lionel Pittman, would you please come up? Ozella Stewart, would you please come up? Come on up, Ozella. And the fact of the matter is that in the Black community, there were 3 general contractors that we all looked up to. Ernie Bush, Robert Martin, and C.F. Moore Construction Company. Mind you, at 31st and King Drive, Robert Martin built a 16-story condominium building that is still there today. He was also the general contractor that built Independence Bank. Charlie Moore built a 19-story seniors building at 67th and Stony Island. He also built several hotels and a lot of different housing projects. Ernie Bush built Seaway National Bank. And he was the first general contractor to team up with McHugh in a joint venture. And they did a 27-story high-rise there at 47th and King Drive. Now, mind you, it's not that the talent wasn't there. It's just that we were always controlled as to where we can do work. But in 1979, the Chicago Urban League teamed up with Draper and Kramer. And for the first time, Ernie Bush and James Martin built the Dearborn Park homes, which is the first time that Black Contractors United went north of Roosevelt Road. 1979, first time in the history of this city. And at the end of the day, as Glenn talked about Black Contractors United and the founding members, there are only 3 of us left today. Myself, Glenn Harston, and Mr. Obie Pittman, Lionel's father. The work that we did early on was huge, was impactful. In 1981, when they came out with the O'Hare expansion project, Black Contractors United met with Alderman Sawyer, Shaw, Beavers, and Bill Henry. And they told Mayor Jane Byrne, unless you put minority participation on the airport deal, we will not vote for it. And because of that, Black contractors, all minority contractors, now doing work out at O'Hare Field, out at the airport. Yeah. But it was BCU that sat down with our political leaders and told them, this is what you guys need to do, and they held those votes up. When Harold Washington became mayor, Black Contractors United met with Mayor Washington, and they talked about the plight of minority contractors. Harold Washington came up with Executive Order 25-5, that said that all city contracts, future city contracts, 25% had to go to minorities and 5% had to go to women.
Exactly.
All right? When Gene Sawyer became mayor, he kept that executive order in place.
Yep.
But when Gene Sawyer left and Mayor Daley became the mayor, it was my attorney, John O'Rourke, that set up a meeting with Black Contractors United and Mayor Daley. And what came out of that meeting, Mayor Daley said, listen, ordinance can come and go. But in order to have a serious minority program, what you guys need to do is make an ordinance. We need to do the predicate study, and it has to become law. That was 1989. And it became law. And at the end of the day, to go a step further, Glenn talked about politics. When Governor Thompson finally decided to stop running for governor, and there was an open seat, and Jim Edgar and Neil Harding was running for governor. Glenn, do you remember the meeting? Arnie Cantor called and said, look, before you guys get behind Neil Harding, you need to sit down with Jim Edgar. And the reason that we did that is because affirmative action was under attack at that time. Bill Clinton said, mend it, but don't end it. In the meeting that we had with Jim Edgar, not only did he make a commitment to making sure that a minority program still exists, but he even went a step further. For the first time, African Americans was put in key cabinet positions in state government. But even when Jim Edgar left, George Ryan followed suit, Bogorovich followed suit, Pat Quinn followed suit, and right here today, Governor Jim Edgar has taken it a step further. For the first time, he had an African American female to run on his ticket as lieutenant governor. All right? And now that same young lady that ran as lieutenant governor is now running for United States Senate. He went a step further. He came around and made Christian Mitchell his lieutenant governor. And if that man runs for president and wins, Mitchell will become the first African-American governor of the state of Illinois. You know, so when you talk about black contractors and the impact that they have had, BCU, you guys got to keep it going. You got to step up to the plate. Because at the end of the day, when you have Omar Sharif, and Omar was just a young guy with African-American contractors, but he has kept that legacy going. So you guys, the blueprint has already been laid out. The only thing you guys got to do is follow it. And just remember one thing, it's because of the political process as to why minority contractors in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois is still strong today. Don't ever forget that. So just make sure that you follow the blueprint. And at the end of the day, that was the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Thank you.
Let me say one thing here. Hold on for a second. I just want to say one quick thing here. I think the biggest travesty is the fact that there was a very long period where there was a disconnect between Larry Huggins and BCU. And I want to say today that day is no more. I want to extend our hand out to you as an advisory and say, man, we appreciate you. We appreciate you being in our lives. And whatever you need us, we're at your service. Thank you.
And let me just say to Lala, at the end of the day, you know what you have meant to this organization, the things that you've done. Mr. Pittman, to you and your father, at the end of the day, the fact that he is still around, still guiding you, making sure that you do the right thing. And Glenn, at the end of the day, this man, if he had listened to us, he really could have been the mayor of the city of Chicago. At the time BCU was so popular, everything that we did turned to gold. But for some reason, he got cold feet, decided not to run. But shame on you, Glenn.